Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're stepping into the living room of the Younger family to witness one of the most profound, gut-wrenching, and, in the end, triumphant moments in all of American theater.
This right here, this is the sound of a man's soul just breaking. It's Walter Lee Younger at the absolute end of his rope, practicing how to sell himself out for a few dollars. In this explainer, we're going to follow Walter Lee's incredible journey. We're going to go from this very moment of complete despair all the way to a moment of ultimate dignity that honestly redefines his family's entire future. Okay, let's dive in.
All right, Section 1, A Man's Lowest Point. And the subtitle here is The Performance of Defeat. So, to really get what's happening, you got to understand the stakes. Walter has just lost everything. We're talking the family's entire life savings, money from his father's life insurance. His last desperate option? Call back Mr. Lindner, the guy from the White Neighborhood Association, and take his money to not move into the house they've already bought.
Yep. He plans to give Lindner exactly what he wants to hear. He is literally ready to trade his family's dream, their one real shot at a better life, for cash. For the cash that he squandered. And let's be real, this isn't just about selling a house. He's selling their dignity.
And here's what's so horrifying. This isn't just some idea in his head. No, he actually performs it. In front of his wife, his sister, his mother, he gets down on his knees and acts out this awful, debased caricature, showing them exactly how broken he is.
Next up, judgment versus unconditional love, or a family fractured. As you can imagine, Walter's decision just shatters the family. It drives this massive wedge between his idealistic sister, Benitha, and his ever-watchful mother, Mama.
For Benitha, man, this is the final straw. It's the ultimate betrayal. In her eyes, Walter has given up everything that makes him a man. He isn't even her brother anymore. He's just this pathetic creature, a toothless rat.
But Mama sees it completely differently. She just refuses to give up on her son. So while Benitha sees nothing left to love, Mama sees a son who needs love more than ever. She basically says the true test of love isn't when things are great, it's when someone's hit rock bottom. When, as she says, the world done whipped him so.
And this right here? This is Mama's plea for compassion. She's telling Benitha, and really, she's telling all of us, hey, when you measure a person, you measure them right. Don't just look at their single worst moment. You have to look at the whole journey that got them there, all the hills and all the valleys.
Okay, so this brings us to the eyes of a son, the catalyst for change. And this is where everything turns. Mr. Linder shows up, briefcase in hand, ready to close the deal. And just as Walter prepares to surrender, an unexpected witness walks into the room.
Who is it? It's his 10-year-old son, Travis. He just bursts into the room, totally innocent, completely unaware of the deal that's about to go down. A deal that is going to shape his entire life.
In a moment of just profound wisdom, Mama doesn't send Travis away. Oh no, she makes him stay. She forces Walter to confront the real-world consequences of his choice. He has to perform this act of surrender not just for money, but in front of his son, the very person whose legacy he is about to sell off.
All right, brick by brick, reclaiming a family's pride. Standing there with his son's eyes on him, you can just feel it. Something inside Walter Lee changes. The speech he planned to give just dies on his lips, and a new one he didn't even know he had in him, starts to form.
Instead of groveling, he starts to build. He lays down a foundation, starting with humility, admitting they're plain people. Then he summons the memory of his father, a simple laborer. And from that foundation, he builds upward, declaring that they come from people who had a lot of pride. And then he pulls Travis forward, physically connecting that proud past to the future that's standing right there in front of him. See, this isn't an abstract decision anymore. It's about this boy and the generations that came before him.
This line? This is the heart of it all. That house is so much more than a building. It is the physical embodiment of his own father's sweat and hard work, earned brick by brick. To sell it would be to just desecrate that memory.
And with those 5 simple, powerful words, Walter Lee Younger reclaims it all. His dignity, his manhood, his family's honor, and their future. He stands tall, a man reborn.
So this brings us to our final section. A rainbow after rain, a legacy secured. In the aftermath of that incredible moment, the suffocating tension in the room just breaks. The silence is gone, replaced by the familiar, chaotic, and beautiful noise of the younger family.
I mean, they immediately start bickering about Beneatha's marriage proposals and all the rest. And that arguing, that noise, it's the most wonderful sound in the world because it's the sound of life. It's the sign that the family is back, that they have survived the storm.
And that's really the perfect metaphor, isn't it? The entire ordeal, losing the money, the despair, the temptation to sell out, that was the storm. A brutal, terrifying storm that threatened to tear them all apart for good.
And here, Mama gives the final, perfect verdict on everything they've just witnessed. Walter's transformation, his arrival into his own manhood. That's the rainbow. It's a thing of beauty that just couldn't exist without the pain and the struggle that came right before it.
In the end, Walter Lee teaches his son, and he teaches us, that the most valuable inheritance isn't a check you can cash. It's the dignity you refuse to sell, the pride you pass down, and the strength you find when you stand up for your family, brick by hard-earned brick.